Hello everyone and welcome to today's Tech Talk. I'm Janki Gattu, a GIS professional from Geosys Enterprise Solutions Private Limited, and today I'm going to present you a Tech Talk on rapid data collection using GIS. We are an ISO 9001 and 2015 certified organization, and we are also a ISRI partner organization. And after this Tech Talk, we'll try to answer all your queries. And a recorded session of this video would be shared with you after this Tech Talk. And the agenda for today's Tech Talk is in this today's module, rapid data collection using GIS, we are going to learn the fastest way to collect the field observations, and we will see how to send the data back to the office for analysis in real time by eliminating time that is being spent manually in processing the handwritten notes. So in today's Tech Talk, we are going to learn how to leverage the built-in GPS and camera on our smartphones, and how to collect the data in real time, and how to analyze the data. So you can see like these are various applications which has been created by various organizations for capturing different kinds of data. And in today's Tech Talk, we are going to learn a rapid data collection, which means the fastest way to collect the data on the field. So with a simple application, you can actually create the fields that you require from the field to collect, and you can configure it to your requirements. And we can send that data back to the office for real-time processing of the applications. And we are going to use an application called ArcGIS Quick Capture, which is tightly integrated with the ArcGIS environment, so that the new data from the field can be instantly viewed on the desktop systems for better decision making. So where is this ArcGIS Quick Capture? It is available on all the Play Stores in Android, iOS, and Windows. So you can download this application and you can log in with your ArcGIS online organizational account, and then you can leverage the system. So we are going to use this application ArcGIS Quick Capture, and we are going to design various forms like this, and we are going to capture the field on the ground. So for collecting the data, there are various steps that are involved in collection of the data in ArcGIS Quick Capture. First thing is, for capturing of any data on the ground or on your system, you basically require a feature layer. A feature layer will consist of set of features that can be captured or that can be edited. So if you want a feature to be captured, and if you want to see that on an application, you definitely have to create a feature class which is converted to a feature layer. Then once you have the feature layer, you need to add the required attributes. You need to configure the required attributes in that particular feature layer. So once you have the attributes configured in your feature layer, then you create a quick capture project. Once you capture the quick capture project, you can download the application on your mobiles, and you can actually capture the data on the ground. And if you want to change the look and feel, if you want to add new fields, you can always add it using ArcGIS Quick Capture Designer, and to change the look and feel. So you capture the application by opening the project, and then you capture all the data that is required in your application, and then you can view the results. You can view the results both in the ArcGIS Quick Capture application that you're using for collecting the data, or you can use your ArcGIS online account and to view the data in your web application, or you can consume that in your ArcGIS desktop by integrating your ArcGIS desktop or ArcGIS Pro, and then you can view the results. So once you have the data, you can analyze the data on your web applications where you are seeing the data. And what are the benefits of using this quick capture is, you can, first thing is, you can easily design the fields that are required for capturing of the information. Then you can simply deploy that application on your quick capture application on your mobiles, and then you can collect the data on your field, and then the same data can be sent back to the office for analysis purpose, for better integration and better analysis of the real-time data. And it is very easy to use. So let's start with our demonstration. How do we configure an application and how do we proceed with the GIS quick capture? So as you already know, we have an GIS online account, and this is how it looks like. So basically, for creating of this, what I will do is I will create a folder. I'm going to capture land use features. I have created a folder here, and I don't have any data here. Now we are going to start creating that application. As I told you, the first step for data collection is you need to have a feature class, which is converted to a feature layer for capturing of the data. So this feature layer can be created in two different ways. Either you create a feature service on your desktop or on your GIS Pro and publish it. A feature class can be published as a feature service to your GIS Online, and you can consume that here directly. Or you can directly create a feature layer directly from your GIS Online account. So I'm choosing the later part for creating this GIS feature layer. So I have this folder and I'm going to create the data here. So first thing is I want a new item, and I'm going to create a feature layer. And if you see the definition of the feature layer, it is a editable layer, which means you can either edit the records or create the records with fields copied either from a template or a feature layer. So it depends on us what we want to create. Okay, so I'm going to create a feature layer. So I'm going to build a layer. You can select it from an existing template. So what do you want to create? You want to create points, lines, polygons, you want to create tables, or you want to create all together. So depending on your requirements, you can choose the feature layer template. So as of now, I'm just going to create random points to understand like how the land is distributed in a particular area. So I want this point feature layer to be created. So I'm building a point feature layer for collecting the point data. Okay. So I'm clicking on create. So here I have created a new point layer, which is an empty feature layer, which means it will only have the fields, but it will not have any records unless and until you start creating it. So you can use this to create the data or to edit the data, to make queries on the data, and to display your data for the web application. Okay, so if you want to capture the GPS receiver information of your mobile, yes, you can capture that. And if you want to store the Z values, the elevation values of a given point, you can actually enable this, or else you can ignore this part. So you are using this first step of creating a feature layer to store the data captured as points. Okay, click on next. So you can set your area of interest, zoom into your area of interest, and then uh, you can actually zoom to the area, and then you can select your area of interest and you can click on next, or you can just give the coordinates and you can set that one here. So I'm just clicking on next here. So what do you want to name this feature layer? So I have told you that I wanted to capture land use features. So I'm going to give the title as capturing. Okay, I'll give it as land use features. Capturing land use data in a feature layer, and you can store it in the folder which you like. As of now, I have just created a folder, capture land use features, so I'm saving it in that folder and I'm clicking on done. So let's wait for the system to create this feature layer. So here is my feature layer. So if you want to give a description of the feature layer, you can click on edit and you can give the description of that particular one, and the layer which we have selected as a point layer. So you can actually see how our point layer is there. So I'm going to capture capturing points for land use data. So I'm going to give all this information. I want to give a brief description. You can give a brief description, and if you want to give the credits to your organization, so you can give the credits to your organization, or you can give the credits to yourself. So click on OK, and then I'm going back. So here, as this is a feature service which is published as a feature layer, we're going to use this data. So this is how my thumbnail is appearing. So if you want to change it, you can click here and you can change it. So what data is it going to capture? As I have taken a feature layer, it has taken all the attributes of the GPS receiver which we have enabled, and the Z coordinates. That is the reason you have latitude, longitude, and the altitude, PDOP, LDOP, HDOP. So you have various fields that has been captured from your GPS receiver. So, and then if you want to add additional fields that you want to capture here, so maybe I wanted to capture the land use, so you can give that information here. That's your field name, and if you want to display the same way, you can display the same way. And if you want to change the data type, you can change the data type. And if you want to give the length, you can give the length. And if you don't want to allow null values, you can remove that. And if you want to have any default value, you can give it. So as of now, I'm adding one field. These are all the fields which are being captured from the GPS receiver, and this is the only field which I have created just now. Okay, and now I have this information, and let me see whether it is present here. So I have given this capture land use. So, and if you want to see the visualization, how it actually looks on your map, so it actually goes to your area of interest where we have kept it, and this is how your points are going to appear. This is a symbology. So you can change the style here, and I want to give the symbology based on the fields which I'm going to capture. So I'm going to select that one, capture land use, and I'm going to click on options, and I'm going to click the give the symbology, but I don't have any categories which I have given here. So what I can do is I can go back to the data, okay, and I can go back to the fields. I can select the land use, and I'm going to create a list for this. So what all fields you want to create? Maybe I want to create settlements. So if you want to give a code for it, you can give a code, or else you can just give the name as it is. And I want to capture the road points, so I can give like road points. So I am giving road points here, and then here I want to give plantations, and I want to give shrub, and I want to check the forest areas. Okay, and I want to give land without shrubs. So I'm giving one other land use, land without shrubs. Okay, so you can add as many labels as you want, and I'm clicking on save. So I'm going to visualization here. Now, based on the different kinds of different types of land use which I've given here, I'm going to adjust the symbology here. So I'm clicking here and I'm going to click on capture land use, under which I have like various categories. So these are the various categories which we have given this. So I have everything here. So I can change the symbology here. Okay. I'm just changing the size. So if you want to change the color and give the size, you can yes, give it. So whatever fee, whatever the categories you give there will be shown it here. Okay. And I'm just clicking on OK and clicking on done so that I can see it here. But I want this to be reflected in my layer as well. So you have to save the layer. Okay. Right. And so just now I started using my ArcGIS Online, so I can see the usage details here. And if you want to make this data authenticative, you can make it as authoritative data. So if you want this layer to be shared with everyone for public data collection, so you can approve this layer to be shared with the public, so everybody would be able to see this. And if you want others to change the extension, you can click on this edit extent and you can change the extent, but I want the extent to be as it is. And here these are the features that will be enabled for a feature layer. So if you want to enable editing, you can enable this, or if you want to just give only to edit, add the features, you can add the features. So it all depends on how you want to administer this. Based on this, you can actually go and give the privilege. So as of now, I just have this information. Okay. And now we're going to see how we actually design that in our ArcGIS quick capture. So if you see here, we have created a feature layer to store what should be captured. We are going to capture the land use, different categories of land use for which we have created a feature layer. And then we have configured the feature layer with the desired attributes with the capture land use field. And now we are going to create a new ArcGIS quick capture project. And then we are going to use the quick capture designer to change the look and feel of our application. Okay, fine. So let's get started with our ArcGIS quick capture. So how do you open your ArcGIS quick capture project? So first thing is like you can go back here to your ArcGIS Online account, and you can see here you have various applications. From this application, you can take your ArcGIS quick capture, or you can log into arcgis.com apps quick capture, and you can click on your sign in with ArcGIS Online account. So I am directly taking it from here. So I don't have any projects here, so I can create a new project from the existing layers, or I can start it from a template. So I will show you how to do it from a template after some time, but let me show you how to start from the existing layers. So start from existing layers. So this is the land use features which we have created just now. Okay. So I have clicked on this I for getting more information about this. So we can see all this information here. We have just created it now, and I can open it in the map viewer if I want, or I can open it in the scene viewer. So I'm clicking it here. So you can see whatever we have configured is being shown here. And go back to your designer. So I'm going to select the land use features. So I'm going to create the buttons from the layer symbology. From that symbology, we're going to create the layers. Okay, so click on next. And what do you want to give the title for your project? So you can give the title. And if you want to have a data recovery from an email, if you lost your data and you want a recovery, so you can use an email. And where do you want to save it? So I want to save it in um, the capture land use features. Click on create. So can you see here? I have created all these categories, the land use categories, which you are seeing here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 categories, and you can see all the 6 categories has been created. And I have given 6 different colors for each and every category. Forest color is in uh, red, and land without shrub in blue, plantations in green. So you can see the same thing here. Okay, so if you want to change the attributes of this, I don't want this to be shown as a point layer. I want to see this as a land use feature, and I don't want 2 columns, or maybe I want 3 columns, so I can give 3 columns. Maybe I want like only 1 column, so you can give it depending on your requirement. Okay, and then if you want to edit the appearance or the data of this, you can select each and every button and you can change the features of it. So here I want to capture the points, not only the points, but also I want to take a photograph of the area where I'm in. So I'm just selecting everything and I'm clicking on the take photo. Minimum 1 photo and maximum 1 photo. You can increase it up to 5 photos here. So for one record, you can have like up to 5 photos. So if you want the photo location also to be captured, so you can click this one. So I am actually enabling all this information so that I can quickly capture the data on the ground. Okay, and you know these all fields are there because these all fields are coming from your uh, GPS receiver. Okay, so I've changed everything here, and first you need to save this. So project was saved with warnings, and you can actually share this just to the owner or with your organization or with everyone if you want to make it public. So if I'm done with it, I can click on done. And if you see here, you can preview this on a small phone. If you want to see it on a large size tablet, this is how it will appear. If you want to see it in a landscape, in a portrait, on a smartphone, medium phone, in a smartphone, large phone, this is how it appears. So you can see the preview. And these are the general background settings and everything. So if you want to change the background color to a different color, yes, you can change it. So if you don't want, just leave it as it is. And so if you want to manage the different layers, you can see as of now we have only one layer, land use layer, but you can add other layers also. Like initially when we are adding the feature layer, we have added only land use feature layer. But if you want to add other layers for capturing other information, yes, you can add that information. And this is like how we configure the project. Okay. Um, okay. So here I need to save this, and already it is. If you want to scan the QR code, this is the QR code for your application, right? And I have already shared this application. So if you want to share it only with your organization people, you can enable this, or if you want just everyone to use your application, you can use that. But you need to have your privileges to share it with everyone. So click on done, and the GPS accuracy is showing us like 30 meters. Right now we will see like how we can actually capture the data on the ground. and how we'll see how we can see that data on the application. We can see that all now. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. So for this, you need a mobile. So I'm going to connect this to my mobile device. And you can see my application, my mobile here. And I'm going to open my application. So you can see the application. So click on this plus icon and it is asking you to scan the QR code or to browse the projects. I will go here, and the project which we have created is the land use features, and you have a small button for the download option here. So I can click on this download and you can see it is getting downloaded. So once this gets downloaded, I can select this one. So as soon as I select this one, I have this one which we have designed in our quick capture just now with all the land use features. So I want to capture the information. So what I can do is I can use my mobile device and I can capture the information. So let us suppose I want to capture some plantation, so I can use this. So as of now, I'm doing this demonstration, so I'm just capturing it from my screen only. So I'm done with this and I'm clicking on okay. And if you see here, it is showing as capture and it is showing it on the map here. So when I click that one, so it is showing the record on this device is one, and but I want to send this to office, so I'm clicking on send, so that it is sending the records back to the office and it is showing me the location. So okay, so what I can do is I can go back and I can see whether this features has been captured or not. So I can open the attribute information and I can see here I have one record and I have created it as a plantation, and you can see the image which I have taken. I have just taken a screenshot of my mobile and I've shown here, and the location which I've shown here is from here. So it is capturing the location of my place and it is showing you the location. So this is how we are going to capture various kinds of features on the ground. So if you have any queries, you can ask me. So now you understood we created a feature layer and we have configured the attributes what are required in our feature layer. Then we created a new quick capture project, and then we have designed it in our designer to change the look and feel of our application. Finally, we opened the project in RGS quick capture application, and then now we are viewing the results. This is how simple it is to configure the application and to collect the data on the ground. So you can unmute yourself and you can ask me any queries if you have. We're open to questions now. So if you have any questions, you can keep on the chat window as well. So I will be able to answer all your queries. For any other queries, if you have, you can also reach me on janki@geosysenterprise.com, or you can also WhatsApp us on 9493880670. You can also visit our website www.geosys.co.in. So, are there any queries?
Ma'am, here we have one query.
Yeah. Yes, polygons can also be captured in the same way, because whenever I showed you when you are creating features here, go back to the content. So earlier I have taken a point feature class. Here, when you go to a feature class here, you can go to a build layer and you can select this polygons. This time you're going to create a polygon feature class and then you're going to create the data. I think I have answered your question. Yeah, we can capture polygons as well.
Yes, you can ask.
Ma'am, you took the image from your laptop. How did the location showed in the map?
It is from the laptop, but it is only the photo is taken from the laptop, but not the location, right? Location is from the device, from the mobile device which I'm using, and the mobile is capturing the location where I am. Because I'm inside my house and I'm demonstrating it, so obviously the accuracy is very less. But if I go out, I'll not be able to speak to you, though I can show you the data. So I just taken a screenshot from the system and I've shown it to you. So are there any other queries? Did I answer your query?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are there any other questions? All right. Thank you for joining me today morning, and we'll be sending you a feedback form. So I request all the participants to give your feedback in that, so that we'll plan our the next tech talk sessions in a way that is more engaging and that would be helpful for you.
Ma'am,
Can
there are
elevation and
some
slope be captured with?
queries.
Yeah, I'm seeing the queries. Can elevation and slope be captured with the live data? If your GPS has those sensors to capture it, yes. Elevation you can capture it, and slope I'm not sure if you can capture it or not. When we, if you can capture it physically, you can do it, but automatically from the system, I'm not sure, because your GPS receiver will not have that attribute. When we capture the attribute in moving vehicle, how coordinates are measured? Um, it is not like we move and we streamline the coordinates, the sequential coordinates, but it is like when we are moving in a vehicle, we stop at one place and we take that coordinates. It is not like in a moving vehicle we do it. I hope I have answered your query, Satya, Rajesh, and Senthil. Are there any other queries?
No, ma'am. No.
Yeah. Thank you, and I request you all to give your feedback, and we'll plan our next sessions accordingly. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you.